Hello, everybody. Mike Walker here with Abide in Christ Ministries, bringing a mindful minute. You know, we live in a world that has so much coming at us, one thing after another, and it just seems like there's just a lot of stress that are on people's lives. And I want to encourage you today and give you some keys to help you live a stress-free life. In John 16:33, Jesus made this incredible statement just before he went into the garden to pray. He said, I've said all these things to you that you might have peace, because in this world there will be tribulation. But be of good cheer, or be of good courage. Some versions say, I've overcome the world. So he knew ahead of time that we would be living in this time with all of this stuff coming in from one way and another, causing us to sometimes have stress in our life. And then we realize through the scriptures that it's how we think that causes either peace or stress. I love the word that says we have the mind of Christ, and that Jesus at the cross gave us the power to control what's going on in our head. In fact, in 2 Corinthians chapter 10, the Apostle Paul writes this, that the weapons of our warfare are not weak, but they are mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations, and bringing into captivity every thought. Isn't that incredible? We can capture our thoughts that are just taking us down the road we don't want to go. And then the Apostle Paul again, now he's in the Roman prison, and he's writing to the Philippians. 17 times in 4 chapters, he says, rejoice. Revealing to us that rejoicing in our heart is not a feeling, but an act of faith. In chapter 4, verse 4, he says, rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Then down in verse 6, he says, don't worry about anything, but pray about everything with a thankful heart. And he goes on and he says, then the God of peace will send you the peace that passes understanding. It's incredible. And you know, in order to get a hold of our thinking, we have to push those negative thoughts out, or those bad reports that have come in. We have to push them out so that we can deal with them step by step. And one way to push them out is found in Philippians 4, verse 8, where he says, you know, think on these things, whatever things are true and honest and pure, if there's any virtue in them, if it's a good report, if there's anything wonderful about them, if there's any virtue, if there's any praise, think on these things. And the God of peace will keep your heart and mind. So I wanted to encourage you with that today. This world is full of so much stress. I mean, people want to give up. They just want to walk away. They want to stop their forward motion. But I want to encourage you that Jesus promised, I will never leave you or forsake you. He's always with us, encouraging us, speaking his life into us. And you know, everything identified in Philippians 4, verse 8, all those characteristics in reality is Jesus. He is true. He is honest. He's full of virtue. He's full of praise. He is the good report. All of those things. So, to fight stress, think on Jesus and all the wonderful things that he's done in your life. Capture those thoughts that are taking you down the path you don't want to go. Reorganize your thinking. come back and face the things you have to face, but face them with confidence, face them with peace of mind. Thank you for tuning in today. Check out our website at aicministry.com and have an incredible day.